Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go.
Forward.
Hard work. Hard work. Hard work.
Fall in.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's me, your boy Trey, and you're rocking with your favorite vets on the Nets. First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So come on and fall in as we get to engage in what went down over the last couple of hours in the sports community. So, of course, I'm very sure we're going to get into it, going to hear it soon. As we know, last night's game, we had the lottery draft selections last night. We found out who gets the first 14 picks in the lot for the lottery draft, and all that. So I'm very sure we finna hear it. At least I can say I got one of last night's events correct. However, it wasn't the one that I really figured I should have got. But in any case, it goes on. Nothing hurt, no harm, no foul, and all of that jazz. First, let's run through these scores from last night. You know, the Major League Baseball is full in effect. Last night, the Minnesota Twins got the best of the Los Angeles Dodgers by the score of 5-1. The Baltimore Orioles ran it back, knocking off the Los Angeles Angels by the score of 7-3. Detroit, another goose egg, as they defeat the Pirates 4-0. The Miami Marlins gets a 1-point advantage over the Washington Nationals by the score of 5-4. The New York Yankees knock off the Toronto Blue Jays in yet the second game, 6-3. Boston Red Sox 9-4 over the Seattle Mariners. Tampa Bay Rays 8-5 over the New York Mets. Milwaukee Brewers get the vengeance as they knock off the St. Louis Cardinals by a score of 3-2. Texas Rangers 7-4 over the Atlanta Braves. Houston Astros get a 4-point advantage over the Chicago Cubs. Cleveland Guardians lose to the White Sox by the score of 8-3. 3-1 advantage Reds over the Rockies. Diamondbacks fall to the Athletics by the score of 9-8. Kansas City Royals over the San Diego Padres 5-4. And last but not least, the Giants edge out the Philadelphia Phillies by the score of 4-3. Of course, all the teams will be continuing in their series. So we'll have more on that tomorrow in reference to the scores. In NHL action, as we know, we're getting closer and closer to seeing the Stanley Cup. Of course, last night, excuse me, tomorrow night, the Panthers and Hurricanes face off for their game one in Carolina as the Hurricanes take on the Panthers. The Golden Knights will face off for their first game was game one on Friday night versus the Stars versus the Golden Knights in Las Vegas. So stay tuned for that. It's coming close to the end of the season, getting closer. So Wooten, I see your comment. I see you have yes, Wooten. What would you like to say, Wooten? What what is it that you like to say, Wooten? I'm here for it, brother. Yes. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it a little bit. Last night, as we know, two events going down. No, stop it, Woo. Stop it, man. Go come on here with that tomfoolery this morning. I already got to deal with it from Bishop when he come pop in. Now you two, don't see, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. as we know, yesterday, while we was on the show, Doc Rivers, as we know it, coached for the last 6 years um, in Philadelphia, was relieved of his duties. Correction, after the last 3 years, was relieved of his duties of the head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. During that time span, Doc put up 154 wins in 3 years. Now he's out as the head coach, which is interesting. So when you look at all the Doc has gotten a plenty of opportunities as a head coach, in which only in one of those did he was he victorious, uh, and was able to get a championship, right? So when you look at it, Doc, of course, started out in Orlando, then into Boston, which he was. I guess you could say he got the most success. He goes on to the Los Angeles Clippers, and then Philadelphia 76ers. So 1, 2, 4 organizations, probably the fifth if he gets another coaching opportunity. When you look at it, of course, taking a look at where he's been, he is it with 154 games in 354 wins in the course of 3 years. That's that's not bad. That's like 50 plus wins, 50 over 50 wins a year, right? 51 over 51 games a year, which isn't bad when you take in consideration it's an 82 game season. So uh 52 and 31 isn't necessarily bad on the average. It's definitely average, but it's not bad for an average. It is too come. I swear to God.
Well, well, well.
This
Mm,
dude come.
mm.
We was just talking about. I was just talking
WGO,
about.
what's going on there, Trey? And hold on, I need some more. I need some more people up here now. I need some more people over here to the right because if I'm not mistaken, Trey, y'all, you gonna learn to respect my. Thank you.
Wait,
Not put. I need you to put the rest of my name up there, the goat, because I told y'all, Trey. Did I not say?
I don't know what you said.
Don't worry about it. See, that's the good thing about the internet. I can go back to yesterday's show and show you where I said Jokic was gonna have a triple double.
You did say that. I will give
He
you
was
that.
gonna have a triple double.
And so when I looked up and seen it, I was like, son of a gun. I was like, I got to put up
You
with
was
this
sick when
all
you.
my
I thought
life.
about it when he.
All my life.
You was sick. You was sick when you was sick when you. I knew when you heard it. You was like
I
when
was
you
like,
see it because
oh
he
my
got it
life.
in the
Because
third quarter.
I tried to, I don't know what was going on. My channels was out, so I couldn't even see the game. So
Mm.
I had to kind of like pull it. So I initially at halftime triple double in the third. Whatever, woo.
I
Uh,
told you, man.
what's going on, TT? Good morning, good morning.
What
Glad to
up,
have you
TT?
from
Was
us
good?
with us
Was
this morning.
good?
So Wooten comes in early with this, this morning. So in the fourth round, at halftime, I looked and checked out the score. I see LA was
20.
down by 18. It was
Man,
down by
might as well.
18. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 18. Might as well say 20. They was down by
Yeah.
18. So I was like, oh man, come on, bro. So I seen where Jokic had 9, 12, and 5 after the first quarter. So I was like, oh man, come on. I was like, this is so I seen that because I seen a graphic posted. So that's what was like, let me go take a look at this at halftime. I looked at halftime, I see they was down by 18. So I'm thinking to myself, like, here I go. This is what we're gonna have to put up with in the morning. So
Mm-hmm.
I was reluctant to take a look at the scores even further than that. I look at the score, and in the seventh at the 7 minutes, I think it was 7 minutes 45 seconds in the fourth quarter, LA was down by 14. So I was all like, okay. I was like, okay, we might. I was like, okay. I was like, we in striking distance. So when I looked at the final score, because I started getting all these notifications from ESPN and NBA.com,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, the game must be over. And so I was like, let me take a look at this. To look and see, they lose by 6 points I was like,
Mhm.
come on. So I didn't even get a chance. Still, I haven't even got a chance to look and see like at anything the particulars in it. But when I look at the score, in which I was just about to go over and talk about this, there's some things in which I see there that gives me. I'm not gonna say gives me hope because I already believe that
Oh,
saying
your boy, my
Lakers will get
Kinfolk went off. He had a double. Kinfolk went off. He dropped
yeah.
40.
He dropped 40.
He dropped
So
40. He dropped
and
40.
of course, and we're gonna talk about this here. Last night, like you
But
said,
that
Los
right,
Angeles
that
Lakers.
dude right there is bad, man. I tried to Jamal. That's a
Oh
bad.
yeah. Like I said,
That's a bad man. That's a
so
bad man. I
we'll
tried
look
to
at
tell you.
the Lakers, of course, like you say, fall to Denver.
They
Game
came
one.
back. They came back. The
Oh,
Lakers definitely came back. Did what they needed to do. Look at over LeBron. Pow! Jamal. LeBron, like I don't know what else you want me to do, coach. I like shit. I'm all in his face. But man, shouts out to the Lakers for not
not the fold,
giving up,
folding.
not giving up, being as down as they were, not giving up. LeBron did do what he normally does, though. He did try to shoot a three when he shouldn't have, and y'all probably could have won that game. Here go that alley-oop to Jordan. Wow, and that right there kind of sealed it. That right there kind of sealed it. It gave him that momentum. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when it's all said and done, man, LeBron, he tried to shoot a three, knowing that ain't in his game. He was open and he just missed it. And AD had 40 points. He had 40 points. I think he had 12.
Yeah, he's
12 boards.
AD 40 points, 10 rebounds, 3
10,
assists, 3 steals, 2
3
blocks.
Oh, 2
LeBron
blocks.
LeBron James, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists.
He almost had a triple-double, yep.
Yeah, 1 block. Austin Reeves, that man is a problem. Damn, he's going to be leaving LA. 23 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists for Austin Reeves. 17 points from Hachimura with 1 assist and 1 block to go along with that. After that, it was a fall off. D'Angelo Russell, 8 points, 3 assists, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals from Lonnie Walker V, and Vanderbilt didn't contribute at all. Well, he did 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 assist. Vanderbilt and Dennis Schroeder 6 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. On the other side of the spectrum, however, like Bishop was just saying, Nikola Jokic, 34 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, 2 blocks for a triple-double, 31 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, and 1 from Jamal Murray, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists from Bruce Brown. But Bishop, remember we had a conversation yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about, I was telling you that people can't get off. You can let a couple get off, but
you said everybody else, your two was everybody, and you said no. You said it. We got to hold if we contain Jokic, and can't let everybody else get off. But I told you that was not going to be possible, bro.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope was like, "Yo, y'all traded me." He was like, "Dennis Schroeder over me." 21 points.
He
2
did.
rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block.
Yeah, CP did his thing. Caldwell Pope did his thing. I ain't gonna lie.
12 points from Aaron Gordon, 15 points from Michael Porter, Jeff Green, 3 points. So when I look at it, for me, the tale of two teams is that the Lakers, they were even. The games was even. The difference, if we could adjust, if at minimum, Schroeder and D'Angelo Russell could have got 10 points, we would have went to overtime and we would have probably been seeing a different situation. From what I see, I didn't get a chance to see the game, unfortunately. But when I look at
I'm gonna put it to answer that, because you see Jokic just took Davis to the rack. You see, he took him straight to the rack with a dunk. That's twice he took him to the rack. I don't know if you called that. I need y'all to re-look at this. You talked about Davis in the matchup between Davis and Jokic. Look at the isolation, spin move, dunk. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, man, Jokic ain't that. He ain't nothing to play with. But this is the thing. This is where I think the Lakers fell short. That boy in his bag, bro. He in his bag. This is where I think the Lakers fell short because of the fact that they started out so slow in the game. As you see, it's 82-64 already in the third. They started out so slow. I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like the Lakers, they pretty much exhausted everything to get back in the game, and they had nothing left to finish the game. Hold on, y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't. I need y'all to see that again because y'all, you just can't contain this though. Just look at the spacing. Yeah. Oh my God! You said bring him out. He brought. Look. Davis like I don't know what the fuck you want me to do, coach. I don't know what do you want me to do, coach. Hold on, look at Davis. Davis like I don't know what you want me to do. Davis,
you get out here and guard him.
Yeah. Davis, don't get me wrong. Davis did his thing. He had 40. You know what I'm saying? Davis had 40. But I mean, like when it's all said and done, bro, like it is what it is. Look, this is in the paint. He's like, I'm trying to do what I can do. I'm in his face. Yeah. It's like I don't know when it's all said and done. Like I said, here we go. Here, he said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna bring him out."
Can we potentially
what?
say that? Can you potentially?
I'm just gonna say
that they're playing against the real MVP.
Look, Davis is just sick with it.
Like,
you don't know, like I don't know what else I can do, man.
I
don't know what else I can do, bro.
It's safe to say that. It's safe to say that.
Like you said, bring your ass out here and do it then. Shit, I don't know what you want me to do. Bring your ass out here and do it. I don't know what you want me to do. But I think the Lakers ran out of gas.
I think we're good. I think we're
yeah.
good.
I think the Lakers ran out of gas. It will definitely go 7. It will definitely go 7 because the Lakers did fight back to get back in that game and made the 6 point. They lost by 6 points when they was down by more than 20 at 21 at one point. But I think they ran out of gas trying to get back in the game.
So what?
You still got the Nuggets in 6. Woo!
I mean, it's cool because I still got the Lakers in 6 myself.
But no, they got there's no way.
So looking at the tail of the tape, where you look at it, right? Like we see 40 points from AD, 32 points from Jokic. 34 points from Jokic. Then LeBron 26 points, 31 points from Jamal Murray, 23 points from Austin Reeves, 21 points from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then, of course, off the bench, Bruce Brown. Off the bench, Rui Hachimura. Where I see the disparity is that D'Angelo Russell and Dennis Schroeder didn't match energies with Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon. That's where I start to see. That's where I start to see the look at the W going there. What? But look. He like, he gave him to Michael Jordan. Like I don't know. He gave him to Michael Jordan. He's like, all he didn't do was put his hands up. He gave him to Michael Jordan. Yeah. You know what, Bishop?
That's a bad man.
It's an old saying.
That's a bad man.
You know, it's an old saying.
What makes you laugh? What make you? I knew you was coming. I knew you was coming with it.
Laugh will make you cry. But yeah, but I definitely see it as a disparity. That's where D'Angelo Russell and Dennis Schroeder didn't match energies.
What up, Calvin?
Didn't match energies to Aaron and Michael.
But what did you? Come on. We talking Schroeder.
We talk. Yes. You know.
What do you want? Come on.
At minimum, I expected D Russ to do something. You know,
D'Angelo Russell. Okay, I give you that. I give you D'Angelo Russell. I give you that. I give you that. But not Schroeder. You ain't getting nothing out of Schroeder.
If D'Angelo Russell would have gave us at least 12, we win the game. Well, not 12. Yeah, if he would have gave us a correction, if he would at least gave us 13, we win the game. But you know what I'm saying? He did it. You know what D'Angelo Russell did after the game?
What'd he do?
He sat back and shot 3. He went to he sat on the court and shot 3-pointers. It was actually him and Christie, but you know what I'm saying, Russell was still out there shooting 3-pointers at the end of the game. Because you see, I think he went 1 for 4 or something like that from 3
Did
point.
he? I didn't see. Let me look at.
0 for 3. Correction, he went 0 for 3, but he was
from the 3-point line.
Yeah, he was 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. He was 4 for 11 on the night. That, like you said, he had a -20 plus or minus -25.
Oh, he had 8 points.
Yeah, like
26 minutes.
Coach Cal said he wasn't focused on offense. I get it, Coach Cal, but in state is he got 11 attempts. He ain't have to be. All he had to do was convert. Maybe
especially when Hachimura came off the bench and dropped 17.
So it's like, so if Hachimura, I'm very sure Hachimura wasn't the focus, even if he was on the second unit. D'Lo was on the second unit. Oh no, D'Lo started. So
D'Lo started, but Hachimura came off the bench, dropping 17. And I think he dropped the majority of them points in one quarter. I want to say he dropped most of the points. I wanted to say he dropped like 12 in one quarter.
He said
Nuggets were hunting D-Lo.
It's
I mean-
and you know what? If, Cypher, if that's the case, then the Nuggets Malone did exactly what it is.
What they needed to
talk
do
about yesterday. They
Mhm.
put it's like, hey, we can let everyone else get off. We're going to pick out someone specifically that we don't want to get off. And if that was the case, they found their Huckleberry.
They did it. They did what they found. They
put D-Lo on, in, in locks in restraints. And
but it almost shot him in the foot because Austin Reeves dropped 23, and I'm sure that's not what they expected.
But that's what that's if they didn't expect that, that's shame on them because
Right.
Austin Reeves is a problem. Like he is,
Who's more fearful, Austin Reeves or D-Lo? Be honest.
You know what? Honestly, I'll be honest. From my standpoint, watching the year, Austin Reeves. I would rather D-Lo is inconsistent at this point. I would rather clamp Reeves because it seems like they both are sparks in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. But if Reeves gets them going, then we got a problem. So I would rather clamp Reeves and let the dice land where they may with Russell. Because Reeves has been consistent. Like, this is what Reeves does. And no one's not checking for Reeves. I don't get that. I don't understand that.
I don't know that. I don't understand that. But that was a lot of that was on Jamal Murray. He was missing his assignment because he left his assignment. He was getting lazy, and he allowed Austin Reeves to get some key open shots on the mismatch. And Reeves dropped three. I want to say he dropped 3 threes in a row. It kind of put them back in the game.
I bet the next game they're gonna sit up and live. They're not gonna live and die with Reeves getting off.
I'm sure. They're gonna probably put someone aside. Because when Reeves hit them 2 threes, I think he ended up hitting 3 in a row, but he hit them 2. And I was like, "What are y'all doing, Jamal? Why are you not guarding?" And he wide open. I mean, it was an easy 3 for him to hit. He from the elbow, he knocked down. I think it was 3. I was like, man, how do y'all leave Austin Reeves wide open to hit these threes like that? Why are y'all leaving this dude wide open? And so, I'm sure that they, like he said, they was probably focusing on D-Lo when they should have probably been focusing on Reeves.
Kyle said everyone was barbecue chicken on Murray's grill. And again, like we talked about yesterday, we said Jokic and Murray going to get theirs. But I would prefer Jokic get more than Murray does, because if Murray gets going, then you know what I'm saying, because we know Jokic is going to be. I mean, is it?
But they had 6 people, 6 people in
double figures. 7 people in double figures. That's a problem.
That's a huge problem.
They whole starting 5 was 14 plus in scoring, and then you got one on the bench that's 14 plus in scoring.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Bruce Brown, which we talked about yesterday.
We talked about Bruce Brown. We talked about him.
And even if they, with everyone else starting lineup doing what they did, and D'Angelo and the Schroeder doing what they did, I remember I said you can't let the man on the bench get off either. And what happens? He gets 15 points. If you limit him to 10 points, we had a chance. If you limit him to, we had a chance regardless. But if you limit him to 6 points, Lakers win. Mm-hmm. It's like, come on, fam. It's like it's when you look at it, but it's something to go off of. As we said, you can't stop AD.
Don't mind my shirt. Don't mind my shirt.
I'm not. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, here you go.
Don't mind my shirt. It just so happened.
Correct. And you're right, Mo. Joker is the best player, and I almost want to sit up and go back and say it's unfortunate because what is being missed in this is a conversation, which I hate to say is Joker is consistent with what he did last night. That's what he does. That triple double that I spoke of. Well, in general, he's.
But I'm saying that's a part of
it. If he doesn't get triple doubles, he's going to get off. Like, he's consistent. That 40 point that AD put up is not the consistency of AD.
That goes to what Kevin just said. Asked.
Oh, would you put money on AD playing back-to-back great games, giving max effort? Max effort, maybe, but that doesn't mean his max effort is going to turn into what it was last
40
night.
40 points.
Yeah, he can give max effort and just be like, God dang, why I can't hit anything? So I think
because I'm gonna put it to you like this: I don't see AD being able, for one, you pace. See AD played great defense and still got cooked. He played great defense and still got cooked. There's no way he's going to be able to continuously do that night after night against Denver.
And
He's not.
because some point
Somebody
it
else
feels
is going to have to. Somebody else is going to have to step up, and then they can't be LeBron. Somebody else is going to have to step up. AD can't do it for it because if AD drop, if you take away half of AD's points, 20, you take away 20 of AD's points, they get
maybe
blown
someone else
out.
picks it up. Well, maybe
Yeah,
someone
I'm
else
saying,
picks
but
it up.
somebody else, that's what I said. They get blown out though.
Okay, I
They
get
get
what you're saying.
blown out. You feel what I'm saying? So somebody else has to pick up them 20 points that AD is not going to be able to give you every single night. He's not dropping 40 every night, bro. He's not doing that. He's not. So it's plus trying to, and then mind you, AD, Austin Reeves, and LeBron all played over 40 minutes.
Yeah, they play 42 minutes apiece.
That's not going to work, bro. That's not.
At least not for LeBron and AD for the most part.
That
Austin's
part.
young.
That
Austin
part.
probably could go, but
yeah, them two. No, that's not gonna work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work, especially when nobody except Jokic had over 40 minutes. He the only one. He had 42. Everybody else had, the only closest person, Jamal Murray, had 37. And that's probably, and the reason why Jamal Murray had 37 because he got in foul trouble kind of early. Other than that,
I'm hopeful. I'm still hopeful. Because like I said, knowing where they were at one point and to get back in, but you
had three players.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Three leading scores for the Lakers all over 40 minutes. That can't happen, bro. They cannot. You cannot keep that up.
Well, you know why they was, but you understand why they was over 40 minutes because they was the only ones cooking.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It goes back to what I was saying initially, Trey. If you take away half of AD's 20 points, 40 points, you take away half of them, leave it to 20, bro, they get blown out.
It's like
he had to play 40 minutes to get him back in the game.
LeBron and Reeves was in the kitchen and on the grill, and everyone else was sitting in the living room watching the game. Yeah.
Like, come on, but nobody help with the sides? Did nobody help with the drinks?
Well, no. What's Hachimura helped? He's like, hey, I got this over here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good?
What Hachimura did? Yeah, he dropped it at 17.
Yeah.
He brought some drinks. He brought some drinks.
Hachimura was running back and forth to the
right
to get the stuff that we needed.
Right.
Everyone else is like, oh, I'm good, man. Playing dominoes and spades and all that type of stuff.
You got Dennis Schroeder and Russell over there playing spades and dominoes and bringing up napkins
on the sticks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Playing 2K is like, come on, bro, what are y'all doing? Like
this series,
like you said,
made for AD to drop 25 with ease due to Joker not wanting to contest the mid range. It's the 40-point games that are possible if AD puts his foot. He can't do it, Calvin. He's not finna put consecutive. He cannot knock down 40 points a game each night, bro. Somebody made contact with AD's face last night. He thought about walking to the locker room, but he toughed it out. And that's another thing, injury. That I'm surprised he made it through that whole game without any type of injury type incident. I'm surprised.
Bro, I hate the fact. So this is what I dreaded the most: the fact that Jamal Murray is back in the fold. Jamal Murray was cooking in 2020. When he got injured, before he got injured, Jamal Murray was the engine that was driving them for the most part. Mm-hmm. Then he gets injured, and then, of course, LA finishes off 4-1. Jamal Murray is basically back in that same bag.
And Caldwell Pope, boy.
So just like what? So definitely Caldwell Pope.
KCP, baby.
Caldwell, hear this dude though. Really, Steve?
It's Steve. Where you? Hey, Steve. Hey.
So KCP is not going to put up those same numbers off the. Or he's starting now, so he's not going to put up those same numbers.
KCP, LeBron choked again.
You know what?
Hey, Steve, you saw him try to shoot that three and busted it.
I cringe when LeBron has the ball in crunch time now, man.
He does because he tries to be the savior, bro. He did it last. I wish I could find it. He shot that three. I was like, I said that's normal LeBron.
He shouldn't be shooting it like that. Like the clip.
That's normal LeBron. I seen it when he did it. I said that's normal LeBron. That's normal LeBron.
And like I seen Charlamagne. I seen Ron. Basically, he has. I seen one of his posts. Ron Bartley when he was like, LeBron clears it out just to shoot a three.
Yeah. He did do that. I was like, what the? But I guess it's a ploy. It makes him everybody. He's trying to make everybody think he's gonna go to the rack so he can pull up the jumper. Yeah.
The fadeaway off the left shoulder by Murray is lethal.
It is. Murray's a problem. I said that though. Jamal Murray's a problem. Jamal Murray is a problem, bro. He's a problem, and I said that.
Yeah,
he's a problem.
Would you say the teams are evenly matched though? You think can we say that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
It's just a matter of who shows up and when they show up.
Who shows up on what night? He is the X factor. Straight facts. He is the X factor. Straight facts.
So y'all think? I don't think. You know who I think the X factor is for Denver?
Who?
I think it's Brown.
Bruce Brown?
Yeah, because Murray's going to get off. Murray is going to do his thing.
He's going to get his points. I said that. We already knew that.
I think he's the X factor for them, and I think Reeves is the X factor for the Lakers, even though Reeves is a starter. Because you can't.
You know what? I don't think Reeves is the. I don't think Reeves is the X factor for the Lakers no more because, like you say, people know what he brings now. I don't see how they allowed Reeves to do what he did because people have been watching Reeves all season and he's been doing the same exact damn thing. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you allow Reeves to do this and he's been doing this all season, but yet still you want to let him shoot the three. You want to let him take him to the rack, finish people off. Come
on, AD. You shot a wide base. You knew that was coming.
He spent off them so quick. He spent off him so quickly. He expected his body.
He hit him with his own.
See, he came. Yeah, but he came off of him so quick. See, Davis wasn't ready. Soon as he had just got the ball.
He was set.
But Davis had just got the ball. I mean, look, he just gets the ball, so he's trying to get ready, and he thought he's fit back him up, and he hit him with the quick spin move. You got to give it to him, man. The dude can ball, man. He can ball.
He said AD is going to get exposed. He's not. I think AD is good, fam. I think Steve.
But
Steve,
I mean,
good.
AD is good. I mean, like I say, like because AD's good because he had moments like this. AD, I'm not taking away from nothing from AD. AD played the best ball he could play, but AD had moments like this. Don't get it tripped. Don't trip. See, AD had moments. He had moments. Don't get it twisted. AD, he was on him. Clean block. No question. Clean block. That's why Jokic had to get in his bag. He couldn't go do Jokic could do that on other players during the season. He couldn't do that on AD. Try to muscle him, try to get some separation with that left wing arm. He couldn't do it. AD too long.
But you know what? It's that clip that you showed earlier is indicative of what's going to be the problem for LA if that continues to where like we just saw when Jokic was hit with the net with the shoulders, it's like
yeah,
and then AD walking off like what, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't. That's deflating, man. That's deflating.
Like it is. It's like, very bro. When you pissed off, bro. When you played the best D you could do. Like if you done slacked off, you could say, okay, you know, that was me. That's me. Hey, you point to yourself, that's me. But when you didn't put your hand up, you didn't play the best D without fouling, and he still knocked that bitch down.
I told you, I remember
like,
that.
You don't know what to do with that, bro.
I told you, I remember
like,
that
what do
situation.
you do with that?
Playing football in which I was up and this the dude, I could not. It was nothing I could do with the dude. He was just killing me on the out, and I couldn't. He was a big body, and I couldn't get around his body. And it's like it's like they just basically nick and died me the whole day down the field. That was like the worst day of my life,
bro. It's
all
crazy.
I could do was look at. All I could do is look and be like, "What y'all want me to do?" Like I can't. I can't. It's like I don't know what to do at this point.
It's crazy, bro. It was like that the other night. I played on 2K, and a dude was cooking me, Trey. When I say he was cooking me, he was cooking me all night. Listen, watch LeBron hustle. God, that's his one block. The hustle play of LeBron. Get off the sideline though, Bron. You don't need, you don't need justification, or you don't need his hustle to get back and block that shot. And it went off on Denver because when he blocked it, it came down on a boy and it was Lakers ball. Yeah, it was Lakers ball. But
remember that 2-man action with Joker and Murray, nobody handoffs and stuff like nobody has been able
to
stop.
they were just talking about it. They were just talking about
handoffs and stuff.
What's his name? JJ Redick. He was just talking about it. He said no one is being able
To stop
No
the
one
two-
is being able to stop the two-man game of the Denver Nuggets. No team has been able to figure it out of Jamal Murray and Joker.
And
No
that's
one's been
because-
able to find that out.
That's because Joker is lethal all over the court.
That part.
Woo!
This is what
has
makes
the ball.
Joker so, like you said, lethal all over the court. This right here, bro. This is what makes Joker so freaking lethal. And why I was telling you yesterday, Trey, it's hard to guard him outside the paint because stuff like this, bro. I know you didn't see this last night. Look, watch this. They're going to double team. Here come a double team. Whoop. Watch this pass. Yeah. Like, bro, what do you do with that? What do you do? Like, that is
Don't
that
double
you
him.
can't teach that. You can't teach. That's you automatically got to double him, bro. Because he went to who was that? That wasn't Jamal Murray. That was that's Russell.
KCP.
D'Lo. That's D'Lo. He double teamed
D'Lo,
because
yeah,
he
Yeah.
thinks Jokic don't see him coming because Jokic is fakes like he's spinning to the left, but he comes back right. Watch fakes and he helps, and he
But you
just
know
has
what?
that. He has
True
that
enough.
eyesight, bro.
You are correct in saying that. Like, he helps, but also what helps is the fact that his teammate knows to cut to the basket and where to go to sit up and get the feet to be open up the game. So it's he said Hachimura. Yeah, Hachimura
Got
got
looking.
looking. Yeah, with his back turned. So it's like that type of stuff. But again, that I think you can attest that to Jokic being people knowing what Jokic brings to the table.
That part.
And getting, like you said, getting caught like no one, okay, but then you lose others in translation. D'Lo came over, he tried to help out. It didn't work. He didn't get back to close off the lane. KCP was streaking, doing exactly what he's had to do, and Jokic found him. It's going to be a long series. I guess that's what you can say. It's going to be a long series. For
Hey,
the
man,
most part.
his style of play is phenomenal, man. You can't that's what I was trying to say yesterday, bro. You could try to stop him outside the paint, inside the paint. He's gonna find ways to make his team look better. Whether it's passing, whether it's rebounding, whether it's making difficult shots. Jokic is that dude. He's that dude, man. But we got another big game tonight, man. Big game tonight, man. Hachimura is a problem. Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Is Hachimura really a problem though? Really? Come on, y'all. Let's not over. Is he really a problem?
Yeah, he is. I think he is.
Okay,
If Schroeder and D Russ can sit up and do an inkling of something, if Hachimura is doing
he did ball. He did.
Even if he's not, we don't even need a consistent 17 from him. Just a consistent 12 to 15. We just need Russell and Schroeder to show up. If Walker gets in the game, show up. You know who isn't doing anything whatsoever? Damn, Jared Vanderbilt. Where the hell is he at? Where he
did he even play? Oh no, he played 10 minutes. No points.
And that's where he's saying he's now at this point, he's like he's filling the spot. And you're saying unless the Raptors want to go small, they can't, and
they can't
Beasley
afford to go small.
was cooking at one point, and now Beasley, he's off and he's sitting on the bench like we knew. And then I sit up and think about it to myself, like, we gave up, what did we give up Thomas Bryant for? We gave us Thomas Bryant just to later on in the season get Tristan Thompson. Thomas Bryant was the perfect backup to AD, and now he's playing for the backup to Jokic. The Timberwolves is something that LA doing with Hachimura trust
Mike Malone has a counter.
Okay, we'll see.
Well, let's see.
I don't know.
What I will give the Lakers credit for is the fact that, and even LeBron spoke about it, they was able to keep that game close and make it a game, even being despite the fact that they was in Denver dealing with that high altitude. Because even LeBron spoke about it. He said it's a different playing here. He said you get tired quicker, you lose your legs quicker, all of that. He spoke about it right before the game. So I give them mad props for being able to even make that game even semi-close. Or make it close, period. It wasn't semi-close. Make it close. It wasn't. So I say, I don't know why I said
It
semi-close.
started
I
out
said
not
semi
being. It
because
started
they
out
was
not
blowing
being
them out.
close.
Yeah, they was blowing them out all the way up to the third quarter, bro. All the way up to the third quarter, it was a blowout. So, yeah. So I man, shouts out to them. And if they still got a game too in the same arena, so we got to see.
Running back on
Running back
Thursday.
Yep, Thursday. Running back tomorrow.
I mean, not Thursday. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Obama's not mature enough to be thrown into this series just yet. Let him heal all the way.
So, of course, like you said tonight, Bishop was just talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have Boston versus Miami. What's your outcome or outlook on this one?
Miami, baby. I mean, Boston, baby.
Boston,
baby. I told you I got Boston coming out the East. What's going on, Lasan? What's good,
bro? So,
I got Boston coming out the East, man. I like it. I mean, it's gonna be a good series.
While Bishop is frozen, both of these series are excellent matchups, guards on guards.
In your opinion, Trey?
Yes, sir.
Who's the key factors tonight in tonight's game?
Well, you already know without a doubt is going to be for Miami. Key factors is going to be outside.
No, my bad. Outside of
Butler,
okay, and Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Outside of Butler and Tatum, I think is going to be an unlikely person in.
Don't take Jaylen Brown out too. Take Jaylen Brown out. Too. Yeah, take him him out too.
So I think so. If you remove the top two from this team, Bam too. Take Bam and Butler. If you remove Bam and Butler and remove Tatum and Brown, I think your next to go that's going to be enacted or you're going to get is like those players Strus or Vincent for Miami. That have been playing had to play big and or one or other had to step up. And then of course for Boston, they have the 6th man of the year in Malcolm Brogdon. So I think Brogdon definitely, and maybe even I would go as far as to go to say unlikely sort, but basically he gets kind of looked at like we know Smart was defensive player of the year once for them, but that's not who I'm talking about. I think is Robert Williams III. Who's going to make a difference. That big, a big defensively that can be defensive when he's playing. They're pretty good, but he has in the past he has had injury issues. And then of course you still got Derek White that's there, that's on their bench. Williams, the other Williams, that's the Grant Williams. So it's a couple of them, but I think if you have a next two for Miami, it's Vincent. It's Vincent and Strus, and for Boston, it's Brogdon and Williams, or maybe Brogdon and Smart. I can't leave out Smart.
Marcus Smart.
Yeah. Who are you going? Who you think?
No, you pretty much hit them on the head. Both of them. I think Strus and like you say, Brogdon and all of them. I think they're going to be key factors. Somebody's going to have to step up because, in my opinion, Bam, Butler, of course, Tatum and Brown, they can kind of like going to cancel each other out. But it's going to take somebody else from each team to get them over the top to get this win. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It'll probably be a game similar to what like last night's game. I don't know if it'll be a blowout starting, but I definitely don't feel like it'll be a blowout period. I feel like it'll be a real close game, and it'll end up being something similar to like last night's game. It's going to probably be maybe a 5-6 point game win down to the wire. I wouldn't even be surprised if it goes into overtime. What's going on, Courtney? Appreciate you. Larry and Smart are both going to be auditioning for acting roles. I don't know who gets the role. Yeah,
Larry does a lot. Coach
Yeah,
Wayne, thank you, Coach Wayne. I'm with you, Coach Wayne.
Well,
So I
Lakers
don't know.
lost, but really what? Stop. Okay, hold on. You
Did.
know,
I keep
hold
on
on.
saying
No,
that. They
no, hold
did.
on.
It really
Let me
happened like
recant that. Let me recant that
Yeah,
because of the
they did.
deficit that they were in. Absolutely, I totally agree. Because they was down. They were down.
They got. Now, the only
Yeah,
thing
they
in
were
which I
down.
probably completely want to agree with Coach Wayne is that the fact that D'Lo's going to be holding the clipboard this series. I think D'Lo's going to get some. He's going to get key minutes, in which, of course, if he's doing what he's supposed to do, an inkling of it, he's going to sit up. He's going to get more and more minutes. He's going to be there. But if he turns up another a game like last night, yeah, I think it's going to go down like exactly like what Coach Wayne is talking about. Like it's no need to give him those minutes. We're gonna give those minutes to someone else that can be effective with him.
Okay, I feel.
He said you can't call the park car.
Can't go.
D'Lo, man.
Oh, he said you can't go to the park car.
Maybe Coach is right. That's why he was unsuccessful with that help out.
Right. Y'all can't ask too much more from my kinfolk, man. Y'all can't ask too much more from AD. Y'all really can't, bro. Y'all really can't. Like this dude did all he could. He
no,
gave.
You know what? Yes, we can. Remember?
No, you cannot.
Yes, Think about
no, Trey.
No, listen to what I'm about to say. Remember the commercial with Kobe Bryant and Venus Williams was like, I've already done this, that, the third. What else can I do? And you know what Kobe said?
What?
Do more.
I'm not saying it. Listen,
that's the Black Mamba mentality.
Listen, what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying though. I'm not saying what I'm saying is you can't ask for more than what he get. Like you, I mean, he can do more. Got you, but I'm saying you can't ask for more than what he's done. He can do more, but you can't ask for more than what he's done. So what he did last night.
What you telling
me?
He
did like look. The dude had 4 blocks, 40 points. 12 boards. Like, what more do you want? Can you ask from him? He gave you a MVP type game. He gave you an MVP game, bro. Like, really, come on, Trey. This is your Lakers. He gave you an MVP game. You're asking him to give you more when you talking about Schroeder and D'Lo not doing nothing. You can't ask from them. Don't ask from him.
ask from them.
Yeah, not ask from him. Ask from them. Like, good Lord.
Where was your antennas with
yeah. Where was you at when I was doing all this shit? Me, fucking LeBron and fucking goddamn Reeves. Where were y'all at? Like, come on, man. Y'all can't ask too much more from this dude, man. Like, he's doing everything he could, but almost triple team, still gets the foul and drops the bucket. Like, come on, man. That part done. That part done.
When you said that part done. You know what was funny is when you said those numbers, I'm about to say, hey, I need 50 because if he had 50, we win.
Come on, man.
It's like you're like,
come on,
man.
Like, so are you? So if that's the case, you asking more from. Then you need to ask more from LeBron too. Then how you just go ask that from?
Ask more from LeBron.
Why? Come on, Trey.
This is why. I'm clear and concise on this, bro. I'm clear and concise on this. I'm not playing. I'm not even going to hold you. I cringe when LeBron has the ball in the late waning moments of the close games because just like what Coach Wayne said, that's the type of stuff which LeBron does, and he misses it more often than he makes it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I cringe at it because in my mind I was like, he's going to take a 3, and you know, he's burning down the clock. He does that little crash step to the left, or crab walk to the left. I was like, why? He does anything as they fall away, but he's hit it sometimes. So you got to live and die with it for the most part. But it just makes me cringe when the ball is in his hands in the last second. I'd be like, come on, because chances are he's not going to take it to the rack. He's going to shoot it, and that's what I'd be like.
Because he think his shot is wet like that. He think his shot is wet like that, and it's not. It's not.
Man, I hope you know what. I really hope they bring what's his name's brother in free agency.
Who?
He plays for y'all right now. Curry.
Oh, Seth.
Yeah. I will hope they would bring Seth in for free agency. So we need shooters. Even the aesthetic thought of we got shooters on our team, even if they're not hidden, we need those. Last night proved my point. The Lakers need AD and this disparity in free throw shooting to win.
When
When AD leaves the game, the Lakers defense falls apart. When AD has
who's AD's backup?
Wayne, Gabriel, and
Nobody, basically.
yeah, they really don't have like it should be. Mobamba, he isn't there, so yeah, it's Gabriel.
Yeah, so nobody. When AD has that game, it's really due to defense. He just randomly start missing open jumpers and giving half effort. I'm not sure we'll see AD this AD. I'm that part, Calvin. I said that. I don't know how you're gonna get your. That's why I'm saying I don't know how Trey can ask much more from AD. AD just gave him a 40-point game and a double-double. I don't know how much more Trey can ask from this guy. LeBron James almost got him a triple-double. Like I said, when it's all said and done, you need more from not Reeves, but the other two. Yeah.
Lonnie
you
Walker.
Got to, bro.
Lonnie Walker has to step up. Vanderbilt. If Vanderbilt gets 5 points, like, bro, like you didn't score anything.
10 minutes, you ain't score shit. Nothing. Not Nathan. In 10 minutes. Not Nathan. Which ain't a whole lot of time, but when you look at it, oh boy, I think he
missile coming a mile away. I didn't even watch the game, and I got a warning, lightning. I was like, what the hell is that? Come on, bro, what are you doing?
When LeBron shot that bitch, I said, there it go. There it go. I said, there it go. I said, right there. When he shot it, I said, that's the win right there. That's it. I said, they got it. Denver got it. That's it right there. Remember, Aaron Gordon can give a lot more, and he missed a nice amount of free throws. He did. Aaron Gordon didn't have the best game. He had some moments, but he did not have the best game. And Aaron Gordon, that's the thing. If Aaron Gordon, what he had? 15? Aaron Gordon had how many?
15 or
12. Yeah, 12.
12.
He had 12.
It wasn't. He had 12, and MPJ.
Porter had 15. Yeah, Porter had 15. So if Aaron Gordon gets if he can knock down some more three, because he left some points on the free throw line. He did. Left some points on the free throw line, which is could made a difference.
Brown, and then, like he said, LeBron, everyone knows when he looks at the ground what's coming.
Brown sweat at the head fake looking at the ground as a
it's like everyone knows it's coming. Like as soon as he looks at the ground, it's like he's picking it up. Like, bro, stop that. Like that's like a tail. He got AR, but he can't guard a graveyard of 50 blocks.
Oh man, Austin Reeves, man, let that man live, man. That man, hey man. Yeah, he did his thing, man. Let him live.
Austin Reeves played himself into a payday.
He has.
I seen it the other day. It was reported by Sham.
Undrafted.
Undrafted. It was reported by Sham that Austin could only get 4 years, $50 million from the Lakers, but he can pull down $80 million from any other for other teams, which most likely he's probably going to leave.
Yeah.
He said your allowance
it's biased and trash. AD will be AD. The X factor is KCP and MPJ. If they can stay consistent, Denver has a chance. But if they don't, cancel Christmas. Lakers will get two only things, and you can just know who's gonna give a night. Can be Walker Reeves, Hat Schroeder. Never know, but we will have two.
And again, that's what I was talking about yesterday. Is that we have weapons. It's just a matter of who showed up last night. The weapons that we have showed up. It's the ones that the other weapons that we expect didn't show up. Like, who would have thought D'Angelo would have only scored 8 points?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's stuff like that. Like, he got the inconsistency. Or I guess if you thought about it, and we try to reenact with the same thing with Lonnie Walker, and I guess saying he looked at it like we just got to do it. It's no harm, no foul. It was game one. Only thing that happened is we didn't win at their home. We still got an opportunity to shift it and get a win on Thursday.
Tomorrow,
then go on the weekend and go back and be at home on the weekend. So it's not lost. Nothing's lost on it. Like I said, I think like what Coach Wayne said when he came in, the Lakers, although we lost, we won. We see what we needed to do. D'Lo stayed out after the game, put up some shots. Hopefully that's effective. But of course, wasn't no one guarding him. So, But you know what I'm saying? It is they see what they need to do.
They say D'Lo's a home player. He's the home team. AD numbers next game: 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 injuries. Stop. 3 injuries.
Y'all gonna stop wishing them. Y'all gonna stop wishing and praying on my downfall. That's what
I'm more confident in MPJ than KCP.
Correct. I will give that. KC, like I said, KCP is not going to put up those type of numbers every night, but MPJ has an opportunity, has a possibility. Who was guarding them? That's what. Like I didn't get a chance to see what was the assignments that you seen more of.
Who was? You know what?
Who was LeBron guarding? Who was guarding Jamal Murray? Evidently nobody. But
so at one point they had Schroeder on him, and then I want to say they had Russell on him at one point too. So it was so both teams was basically trying to, which is basketball, trying to take advantage of mismatch. So a lot of times they had Joker up top, of course, setting the pick like they normally do for Schroeder or for Jamal to get around. Yeah. And I think the majority of the time it was Schroeder that was on Jamal for the most.
He got cooked.
He tried his best. He was coming under screens, going over top screens, and Jamal was just knocking down some real good and real decent shots, bro.
Lonnie Walker was on him too.
I think Lonnie Walker did get it. Yeah, he had some playing time against him too. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people played against him. And I think even LeBron was on him a couple of times. Remember I showed you he shot that shot over LeBron. So LeBron got a piece of him too. So I mean, everybody had an opportunity at him. You know what I'm saying? He's just still knocked down 31. Jamal was in his bag too. You know what I'm saying? He was in his bag too. So I don't know. Lonnie Walker, KCP had a lot of cuts. Jamal was scoring on the high screen, high road. That he was. That's exactly what he was doing. So they took advantage of it.
They can stop that 2-man action or even just slow it down. It's that you ain't got to stop it. Just slow it down. Like both of these dudes put up 60 points alone.
Yeah. By themselves. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you going Boston tonight?
I am. I'm going Boston tonight. Should be a game. This game is in Boston, right? Ain't in game?
Yes. Yeah. TD Garden.
Yep. So I am going Boston tonight.
You're taking Boston in.
I think this one's going 7 series. I think this one's going 7.
7 series.
Yeah, I think it's going 7. Yeah, but I'm taking Boston to get the dub. I think they go back to the finals. Oh my bad. When Murray drives, it causes 80 rack, which eliminates any real defense on Jokic. Is tough.
Yeah, especially if no one else is helping out in Murray or cutting them off or getting to them, like sealing Noah. Yeah, it's going, like you say, it's going to be a hard series. And
it is. It's going to be good.
They got a huge advantage at home, like you said, with playing there, and you know what I'm saying, and accustomed and acclimated to their area.
Right.
So going back to LA, you know what I'm saying? It's hopefully LA. I'm putting the horse before the carriage. The carriage before the horse a little bit. But if we can get Friday, I like our odds going on Saturday going back home.
Okay. If y'all can get Friday, if y'all go down 0-2 though.
Even if we go down 0-2, now if we go down 3-0, of course, obviously, but if we go down like 2-1 or something like that, or 2 or 3-1 or something like that, then
so you don't feel like if y'all lose to this week, or if y'all lose tomorrow, you don't feel like y'all in trouble?
Nah. I still give us opportunity if we lose this week tomorrow.
Okay.
I still give us opportunity. But anything besides that is going to be, of course, if your team's down, if it's ever a 3-1 or 3-0 lead, then you can basically cancel Christmas for just about anybody. But I think it's going to be, I think we got a good opportunity. We'll see. We'll definitely see. So last night in Chicago, the only thing I was able to predict last night was the fact that I said San Antonio would probably get the first round pick, in which that happened.
San Antonio's what's crazy here, bro. You should have seen all my people. Man, they lost. You would have thought they won the darn NBA Finals, bro. They lost their mind, bro. They lost their mind out here, bro.
To watch Victor Wembanyama, I would leave there 6 years from now to go to LA. But so San Antonio gets the number 1 pick. Charlotte, the second pick. At number 3, the Portland Trailblazers. Houston gets the 4th pick. Detroit at 5. Orlando at 6. And Orlando gets actually 6 and 11 as they get Chicago's pick. Indiana at number 7. Washington 8. Utah at 9, which isn't too bad considering Utah wasn't doing too bad. Dallas, the 10th pick. Coach Cal, who y'all getting at 10? He talk about he wants to send that 10th pick to LA for AD. Oklahoma at 12, Toronto 13, and the Pelicans at 14, which is another bad pick when you take in consideration Zion Williamson and how effective he is when he's in the game. And now they pick up 14th pick in the player. That could be huge. Kind of like finishing out from 14 from the 14 picks, 15 to 14. Atlanta at number 15. Utah currently sitting at 16 yet again. So 16 and 9 for Utah isn't bad at all. Los Angeles Lakers at the 17.
Heard it. No, just keep going, Trey. I'm just for those listening to you.
Okay, yeah. Utah, the Los Angeles Lakers get the 17 pick, which could be effective, or maybe they traded away. Miami 18, Golden State at 19, Houston at 20. So of course Houston with the 20th and the 4th pick. Brooklyn back to back 21 and 22. Portland at 23, Sacramento at 24 currently. Memphis at 25, Indiana at 26, Charlotte again with another pick at 27, Utah at 28, Indiana at 29, and the Clippers at currently at at 30. So that's not bad. Then the second round. So okay, Lakers pick 47. So 47 and 47 and 17 for the Lakers. That usually, like I said, the Lakers usually get great picks. It's just they don't keep them around.
Yeah.
Or they try to find people in the bargain bin. They had Mac McClung. They let him go. He's in Philly now. Of course, we got AR. We picked Pippen and Christie. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But Victor Wembanyama probably going to the San Antonio Spurs.
Yep, 7'5" center. With the problem. They say he's one of the biggest prospects to ever come out into the draft.
Bigger than LeBron?
They've got this. They said this dude has in all the ground games. They said his only weakness. This is what the analyst was saying yesterday, right before the draft. His only weakness, Victor's only weakness, is his weight. They said he has to put on some weight. Other than that, they said he has everything. This dude shot a 3, missed it, got his own tip dunk. He shot a 3, missed it, and made it to the rim and got his own tip dunk. Not came back down with the ball and dunked it. He tipped it. So he knew he was going to miss the 3 when he let it go. He took off to the rim. It came off the rim. He caught it and dunked it.
Like
this dude is this dude, he, like you said, he's a problem. Only, like I said, the only thing they're saying right now is what's his name? Victor.
Does San Antonio need Victor Wembanyama?
Man, ain't nobody finna. Pop ain't finna pass up on. Pop ain't finna pass up on. Pop ain't finna let that. Victor. What's his name?
Know.
Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama. That's it. He yeah, he even
LeBron called him a cheat code. So I don't know. So I wonder where Scoot is going. Scoot Henderson is expected to be the number 2 pick. Does Scoot go to Charlotte? Is that a good matchup when you got him? When you already got Ball there? Is Scoot going to? Does Scoot? I guess they ain't got no choice. Who else?
This is what everybody already got, bro. Like Pop ain't letting that go, man. Pop ain't letting that go. He'll never play an 82-game season if healthy. Popovich won't allow it. Probably not. But do you need him to? Do you really need him to? He's young, 19. He's young, 7'5". He's young. Do you need him to? Do you really need him to play 82 games? Probably not. Probably not.
Currently looking at, and then of course you got to take a consider with someone that's lost. So the most common picks currently, if you look at a consensus mock draft per NBA.com, of course at number one, Victor Wembanyama is the number one pick. Kelly Johnson equal 12 seed West.
This dude is 7'5".
Currently, you have Victor Wembanyama possibly going to the Spurs at number one. Per the
Mhm.
common picks at number two, Brandon Miller out of Alabama going to the Hornets. That kind of makes sense. Scoot Henderson from G League Ignite going to the third picking Trailblazers. I don't know about that. One of the Thompson brothers, the twin brothers, Amen Thompson.
They spoke to. No, that ain't the brother. Is it Thompson? I thought their name was something else.
Asir Thompson and Amen Thompson. Asar.
Maybe
They
so.
yeah, so Amen going to Houston at the fourth pick. Cam Whitmore from going to Pistons. Amen's brother, Asur going to the Orlando Magic at the fourth pick. Taylor Hendricks at 7. A possibility of even Cam Whitmore, or so if Cam Whitmore goes to one, they expect the other one to go to the Wizards between Thompson and Whitmore. Anthony Black, the Jazz, the Mavericks getting Grady Dick. I don't know if Kyle likes that. Grady Dick he's not bad. Or Magic getting them Keontae George, Drayden Hawkins, Leonard Millen, or Kason Wallace with the most picks going to the Thunder. The Pelicans getting Kobe Buffkin possibly, or Nick Smith Jr., and then the Raptors at 13 getting Keynote George or Nick Smith. So those are the most common picks for the most part when it comes to the top 14. As you know, Brandon Miller, 6'9", freshman out of Alabama, like you just said, 7'3". Victor Wembanyama, ain't no way anybody with that name is ever playing for the Mavericks uniform. Grady Dick, yes. Scoot Henderson, 6'2", a combo guard, G League. The Thompson brothers both play for Overtime Elite. 6'7" guard forward combos. The 6'6" for his brother. Both, like I said, both Overtime Elite. Cam Whitmore, freshman out of Villanova. It's Grady Dick, like I say, 6'6", freshman out of Kansas. It's going to be interesting. I'm here for it to see what's going on. Nick Smith Jr. we seen play at Arkansas. UConn's Jordan Hawkins, guard, 6'5" guard. So I seen Amani Bates. He was his tape yesterday. I seen the other day. He was doing well at the combine. So it's we're going to see. It's going to end up seeing how it all.
Just some player Nwamba. He had a game yesterday. He actually had a game yesterday. He played yesterday overseas before the draft.
Ain't nobody. So again during the draft, of course, Commissioner Silver was there as they was going through seeing who the picks was, and Leaka Andrews was able to talk to him and engage him, and he had a couple of things to say in reference to the whole Ja Morant situation. So one thing before I say, saying obviously it's going to be a hefty fine. It's going to come down. Is what I got from what nobody's reaching for in Monty Bates that y'all going to risk waiting to snatch him in the second round. Looking at yesterday, listen to Commissioner Silver speak and talk about it. What seemingly happened is when I went back and looked at the tape again. I went back and tried to find it to see it in its entirety. And a lot of people are saying that the homeboy was wrong and all that type of stuff. But I don't think it was on the homeboy. No. It wasn't on the homeboy. Because this is why I said
he's wrong.
It wasn't on.
Go ahead.
I don't think he knew Ja had picked the pistol up and put it up. Because once he put it and he seen it in the image, he dropped the phone down. So I think he tried to do what he could to protect it. It's just, what I'm saying? And it was real quick, what I'm saying? So at that point, I don't know if we can say, because a lot of people was like, oh, what I'm saying? My people recording around me in privacy. It was recording the whole time. Ja picked
You
up
knew
the
it was
pencil,
recording.
yeah, you knew it was recording. And so,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, he had it, and then so when the homeboy see it, he put the phone down, like, oh, snap. So
Right.
at this point, I think all this falls strictly is
When do you
only
take
on,
accountability?
yeah, it's on Ja. Like, it's not Ja, it's not the homies. You know what I'm saying? Even though the homies could be like, yo, bro, but it's not the homies, it's not his pops. At this point, it's Ja. It was
Yeah.
Ja. He produced a statement basically talking and speaking on, saying that he was, you know, saying he's let a lot of people down and all this type, you know, saying yada yada
Again,
yada.
the same stuff he said before.
Saying, you know, saying same song,
Okay.
but it's like so it's
Yeah.
like it when it comes down to it, it's on Ja, man. But it sounds like from what Commissioner Silver was like, we had an extensive conversation. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, before we even got to what the ramifications could be for another outcome, we had to discuss the current situation. And I at this point, I just don't know, man. I don't know if there's anything wrong with Ja or what it is or anything like that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him, bro. I just think that like I said yesterday, I think he's just immaturity at this point. In my personal opinion, I think it's just immaturity. I don't think it's nothing more than that. He just isn't. He hasn't matured enough yet, in my opinion. he's just made some foolish mistakes.
Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah, menacing and all that type of stuff. Yeah, and I got you, Coach Cal. And so it's like, what, you know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because you're going to miss. Now that's going to affect the Memphis team. If you're the owner or general manager, Bishop, what are you thinking about if you were Memphis right now in state? Are you even thinking about moving him potentially?
That's hard to say, man, because you would hate to move him. He figure it out and he come back and burn you in the league. You know what I'm saying? You would hate to do that. I don't know. Me personally, I think, you know what? Me personally, as a general manager, I would probably sit down with him and find the root to what's going on with Ja.
Trying to get him some help and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would and try and find him a mentor. Like I've said numerous times, I would probably try and find out what the root of the whole cause is. Like, what has him wanting to do that? What has him wanting to run around carrying a gun at all time? Cash cow. These owners ain't that morally strapped. You right. I get it, Cal. But I'm just saying that would be me, man. I would want to sit down and talk to him and be like, bro, what's up, man? Talk to me. What's the real deal like? What has you making foolish and dumb mistakes like this? And then in hopes that he would open up and let me know, because it's not guaranteed that he would do so. But I don't know, man. I again, it's hard for me to say I'll let him go though, because he could possibly be, if he can turn things around and fix his problem, he could possibly be the future of the league.
Now, as a GM, you're not gonna get away with that. You're gonna be fired. You're gonna get away.
He
with
probably
that as a coach.
Probably.
I mean, as an owner, I mean, only the owner can get away with that. But as a GM, you're gonna get coached. It's like, you did what?
Yeah.
It's like, I got this deal on the table to bring Kyrie. What?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't know. The Memphis season ticket holders and Adam Silver are the only people the owner is paying attention to. How upset are they? The Memphis season ticket holders and Adam Silver are the only people the owner is paying attention to. I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah, we know Memphis ticket holders are upset because they know it's probably a good. It's a possibility that Ja could be leaving Memphis. So therefore, yeah. Because of all of the antics recently. So yeah, it is. I don't know. That's a good question, man. I do not know.
So there was a in the NFL, there was a comment from Davante Adams.
Will y'all be surprised if he gets the whole season? I will. I will.
I don't think he's gonna get the whole season. But
a lot of people talking about it though. A whole season. A lot of people are talking about a whole season, but
So
I would be kind of surprised if he does.
in the NFL, right? We know it's getting ready to start up, and saying that means also we at some point we're gonna start. So, hey, let us know. It's fantasy football season this year. We need to know.
You know what?
Fantasy football. Who going running back the?
You're speaking to a
information?
champion here. You're speaking to a champion.
You know when you raise your arms up, what I see?
A champion.
Asterisk.
No, you don't. No, you
I
don't.
see an
You don't see
asterisk.
that. You don't
I
see
see a
that. You
bunch
see
of-
a champion.
But
You
like I
see-
said, we get ready to get into the NFL season again. So with that being said, Devontae Adams had a comment. Do you think this comment was a slight or anything like that? Strictly, he said basically that he did not need Aaron Rodgers to be an All-Pro. I prove I am me. Is that a slight? Is that bulletin board material? What do you get when Devontae Adams said I didn't need Rodgers to be an All-Pro?
What did Devontae Adams do with Derek Carr this season?
He became an All-Pro. He was All-Pro. He was named to the All-Pro team.
How many times was he named All-Pro in
And
Green Bay?
how many times was he All-Pro? Let me get you those figures. All-Pro and survey says how many All-Pro seasons did he have? We go to Football Reference.
First time All-Pro, 20 to 22.
Okay, so he had two with Aaron and one with Derek.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is not him, or it is him? Would you say?
Yeah,
He's the
2022. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or is he trying? Or is that maybe a slight towards?
He had 15. He had 1,500 yards last year.
Yeah, he was cooking. Remember?
He had 1,500. He had 1,516 yards. Averaging 15 yards, I guess, a catch. 100 receptions, 14 TDs. Redwood City, California. Damn, he's only 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I thought he was taller than that. Oh wow, I thought he was taller than that.
Now, will he be an All-Pro with Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah, he could be All-Pro again. Mm-hmm. If Jimmy's full health with no issues, yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
We're gonna miss Jimmy.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see him being All-Pro out there with Jimmy. Raiders might be something to be forced to be reckoned with Jimmy out there.
As long as it's out there.
Quiet as kept. Jimmy might go out there and turn the Raiders all the way around.
Knock off Mahomes.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. Devontae Adams definitely an All-Pro with or without AR in his teams of talent. His total output, however, can be affected like any wide receiver with a less facts. And that's you took the words right out of my mouth, Calvin. Absolutely.
So, but we sound like we're going back to the conversation. Can a top tier wide receiver put up good numbers with a mediocre
quarterback? No.
You don't see it? No.
Nope. He couldn't. He would not be an All-Pro with a Carson Wentz. He would not be an All-Pro with no. He would not be an All-Pro with Carson Wentz. He would not be an All-Pro with who else?
What's his name from the old quarterback from the New York Jets? What's his name? White? Is it? No, not White. The other one.
I know who you're talking about. I can't call his name now, but I know who you're talking about.
His...
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Probably not.
But he would be all pro with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If Trevor Lawrence was to get a Devontae Adams over there, oh boy, listen to me. Oh yeah.
Is
Oh
he
yeah.
all pro? Well, I was about to say, is he all pro with Kirk Cousins?
I thought about him. You know what? I think Kirk Cousins could make him all pro. Yeah. I thought about him. I even thought about Dak Prescott. I think Dak probably could make him all pro too. Yeah. Yeah. It's a few out there.
Purdy?
The way Brock played last season, yeah. The way Brock came out, yeah, slinging and banging, yeah. He probably could. Yeah, the way Brock played coming off the bench, yeah. Unpopular opinion. I think Wentz is actually a solid QB with the right O-line, top 5 running back, and a Devontae Adams.
That's a lot to ask for.
You ain't lying. But not only that, Calvin, he had all of that in Philly.
And he did it for a second.
He did it that one season. Then the following season, after he came off that injury, he didn't do it. He couldn't do it.
For Wentz in Philadelphia.
He couldn't evolve. He stayed. When everybody see what Wentz did when he had that record season, when he helped Philly get to the Super Bowl, he didn't progress. He didn't progress. He didn't, like everybody knew.
Or is that on the staff?
It's on him. It's on him because first you have to do your part first before the staff can help you do anything. You have to be able to do your part first. And when I say that in regards to Wentz was still doing the same moves. Everybody knows Wentz is like, I want to say he's 6'3", 6'4". Mm-hmm. Wentz first thing, and he was reading wrong. He's making some bad passes, reading defenses wrong, and a lot of those things. And to get out of plays, holding the ball too long, it was just some things in which he shouldn't have still been doing. He didn't. So with Calvin's comment here, he had that in Philly. He had a decent O-line. We definitely had a good top running back at the time in which he was there, because we had that's when we still had what's his name? LaShawn McCoy. We still had LaShawn out there and all of that. And then we had a plethora of receivers. We had did we have Deshaun Jackson in? I want to say we had Deshaun for 1 year. But then we had other receivers too. We had Smith. I think Smith, that was Smith's first year. And stuff like that. He's damn good now, so I don't think his ceiling has already been reached, but I'd pay for him to be a backup. So right now he's one of the 3 quarterbacks that's out there that's free agent. Him, Teddy Bridgewater. It's him, Teddy Bridgewater, and who else? It's somebody else. Oh, Matt Ryan. Even though Matt Ryan is already, even though Matt Ryan's already signed on to be an analyst for next year, he said that does not mean he's not playing football though.
Really?
Yes, he announced he has signed up to be an analyst, but if a team wants him, he still play. He will still play. Yeah, so Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, and Teddy Bridgewater are free agents currently that doesn't have a team.
So for Wentz, his career, he's 63%, 22,129 yards passing, 151 touchdowns, 66 interceptions. That's not bad when you look at it. His rate currently is 89 as a career. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, a 7-year career with 22,000 yards passing.
Calvin, you wrong. You rest assured he'll be in the booth. Leave Matty Ice alone, man. Matty say he still got a little something left in the tank, bro.
Matty need to go ahead and pack it in. Average 237 yards a game passing. 5 years in Philly, 16,000 yards passing, 62%. So I like Coach Cal was saying, he's not. I don't think he's bad. From what you say,
He could be somebody's backup.
Yeah, but I think from what you were saying, basically, is that he was in position to be effective, and he didn't listen. Didn't listen to
Right.
the what was given to him, and hence the reason why he wasn't successful after the initial year when everyone seen there was no evolution basically for him.
Well, they actually start. When I heard about who the free agents of quarterbacks were yesterday, I also heard that they're looking. There is one team looking at bringing in Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Arizona Cardinals, because they don't know about Kyler Murray's injury. So they're looking at right now. I want to say they may even have a workout.
Was the DC that coordinator there at the same time that Wentz was there? Who? Because they got y'all. The defensive coordinator from y'all went to Arizona to be the head coach, correct?
Did he? Oh, boy got fired from Arizona.
Yeah,
as a head coach?
Yeah. Y'all,
he did.
Y'all one of your old coordinators is now the head coach in Arizona.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, then that might be why I think
it's a Steichen.
And that might be why he may be bringing them in. Yeah, that might be why he's bringing them in. Yeah, because I did hear that Arizona is one of the teams that may be looking at trying out Carson Wentz to ensure, just in case Kyler Murray isn't ready to go.
So do you think does Joe Burrow reset the quarterback market?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He does.
You think so?
Why wouldn't he? You'd have to give me a reason on why he wouldn't reset it before the fact that
2 Super Bowl, only 1 Super Bowl. He's appeared in 1 Super Bowl,
but he's been to the playoffs both seasons. He's been there.
2 AFC championships.
That part. I never heard him say it, but I feel like he's fighting an internal battle to be as good as a quarterback in his class. That's why he often takes risks and goes outside the playbook to make plays through interception, which that is. Absolutely, Calvin. Absolutely. When he was in Philly, I feel like he went out there and did more than. I feel like he went out there and did more than what he probably should have, because he felt the pressure of Hurts coming in, nipping at his heels, trying to get that starting position. So I totally agree with you on that, Calvin. I felt like he's trying to fight a battle. Again, we talking about a guy who came from South Dakota State, North Dakota State, whichever one of them Dakotas. And one North Dakota State won some championships out there for them, but again, that's not a D1. So
D3, Division 3.
Mm-hmm. But I do feel as though he could pick up a role like Foles and be a backup for some team, and probably be enough for, if a quarterback goes down, he can get them some wins to get them, to hold over until the starting quarterback comes back. Do I feel like he's a starter? No. Not the way he's playing. He started last year for Washington. He didn't do well. He didn't do well at all.
See something. Best thing, CMC says the best trade thing happened to him. It was the 49ers trading for him. I agree. So real quick, I'm trying to pull up the New York Jets. So now with the New York Jets being in the position they are with the trade, let's take a look at their peek under the hood in there between them and Green Bay. What we can predict as their legacy. He came from Carolina. Green Bay. Oh, here we go. The Jets. So yesterday we went over Dallas and who was it? Dallas and Carolina. I mean Houston's, to where Houston wasn't too bad. They end up being, I think, 9-8, and then we looked over Dallas's, and Dallas ended up being Dallas ended up being 10-5 or 10-6. I mean, correction, 11-6. So now taking a look at the Jets, let's see what we can come up with for expectancy and what their record could be. Now having Aaron Rodgers in the fold, Brees Hall is expected to come back from what his season was. Now they have a few receivers. First game for the Jets, week 1, will be Buffalo Bills.
Loss.
I lost against Buffalo. Goodness gracious, hold up. Loss. Jets. Okay, so you get them a loss week 1 versus so week 2 at Dallas.
Loss.
0-2 out the gate. Week 3 home New England Patriots.
Win.
Okay. Week 4 home versus Kansas City.
Win.
Oh, you think the Jets are going to beat Kansas City at home?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That came out of nowhere. Goodness.
Yep.
Week 5, New York at Denver.
Loss.
Week 6.
Loss.
Week 8 at New York. Battle of the state or the city.
Win.
Okay.
They went on the road on that one.
Okay. Week 9 home versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Win.
Okay. So at this point, they're
big game after that.
The Raiders and the Raiders in Las Vegas. Raiders and New York.
Raiders.
Okay. 5-4. Oh yeah, that's a loss. You said a loss. Okay, 4-5. Next one, running
Bills.
back, Bill. So Bill's going to sweep basically.
Yeah.
Okay, Bill's sweeping. Miami and I already know what you're gonna say about this. Miami and at home.
Jets.
Okay, so 5-6. Falcons.
Jets.
Okay. 6-6. Next up, the Texans and the Jets in New York.
Jets.
7-6. Running back with Miami.
Miami.
Okay, you think Miami's gonna take that one? So 7-7 right now. 3 games remaining. Week 16, December 24th, Christmas Eve. The Washington Commanders in New York.
Jets.
Okay. Cleveland Browns at Cleveland.
Browns.
Oh, so 8-8, and of course, last but not least, running back New England at New York. No, at New England.
Yeah, Jets. Patriots.
Patriots. Okay,
Yeah.
so you giving us 8-9 for the Jets in that.
Yeah.
Let's see, 7-10. Cal said 7-10 for the Jets. You got 8-9. Cal said 7-10. That's going to the losing team now at the helm. Jordan Love having an opportunity to show.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. To show like, hey, we have an opportunity as well to show something. Who is it? Who's their first game off the rip?
Falcons. Or Packers. Bears.
You know what? I'm confident in the Bears this year, man. I'm going to come out.
I'm going Bears. I'm going the Bears.
Okay, Bears first off the rip. Green Bay win-loss. Bears out the gate. Falcons week 2.
Packers.
In Atlanta. Week 3, the Saints.
Packers.
Ooh. You got love. You got confidence in Love like that?
I think he gonna. Yeah,
You
think
think
he
you're
gonna
gonna show?
surprise some people.
You gonna show? Okay.
I think he gonna surprise some people.
Week 4, Detroit Lions in Green Bay.
Packers.
3-1 at this point. Week 5 at Las Vegas.
Raiders.
Raiders. Week 7 at Denver.
Denver.
Week 8, Vikings at their home.
Oof, that's gonna be a good one.
Vikings in Lambeau.
Vikings.
All right, 3-4, 3-4. Week 9, Los Angeles Rams in
Rams.
Green Bay. Green Bay at the Steelers, week 10.
Steelers.
3-6 at this point. Week 11,
Pack.
Chargers, Pack. Detroit running back at Detroit.
Pack.
The Packers got 5 and 6 right now. Kansas City Chiefs in week 13.
Kansas City.
New York Giants at Green Bay.
Giants.
Buccaneers at Green Bay.
Pack.
Okay, 6 and 9. 6 and 8 currently. The Panthers at
Panthers.
Not looking good for Green Bay. Running back with the Vikings.
Vikes.
And last but not least, running back with Chicago. In Chicago. Coach Kyle says 4 and 13. Who you say, Chicago? Running back?
Pack.
Oh, Pack. Okay, 7 and 10. Coach Kyle says 4 and 13. It says 17. Ooh, that's some interesting ones.
Damn, Packers starting out 1 and 9, Calvin. Golly, dog. You ain't got no faith in Jordan Love, huh?
I don't really either. I mean, but he might be effective. I mean, we got to take in consideration. Now, that was surprising.
Y'all got to keep in mind. Y'all got to keep in mind. It's the first season that they're going to see Jordan Love all season.
You're so right. No one knows growing pains. He's like, no one knows what to see.
Yeah, they ain't got no tape on him. They ain't got no film on Jordan Love. Nothing. Where my phone at?
So, let me see. So Jordan, going back to what we just talked about, Jordan Love, like Coach Cal said, growing pains, definitely that's going to be something that's going to be enacted. He's going to now, of course, he's going to run into a lot of the criticism being that he was picked when he was chosen. He's been waiting behind Aaron Rodgers all this time. Now he has the opportunity to grab the Bulls by his horns, as we would say, and go ahead and put forth the effort to show that he is a starting quarterback in this league. However, it's going to be a little different. Now, it's not like Jordan Love is going to be playing with a Devontae Adams, as we was talking about early. Can a mediocre quarterback and an all-pro wide receiver mesh well, or is it better to have an all-pro wide receiver and all-pro quarterback or a decent quarterback with a mediocre wide receiver? Does that mesh well? In-state is Aaron. I don't know what outside of Jones. I don't know what Love has as far as teammates. Let me see if it. It might be. It might not look too good. Let me see roster. To see what's the receiving core. Curly at receivers. They have who's the top receiver?
Christian Watson.
They got Romeo Dobbs. Okay, he's still there. Watson, yeah, he's there. Christian Watson. So they got Dobbs in Washington. Okay. 6'4" Christian Watson. Second year out of North Dakota State. 6'2" Romeo Dobbs. Okay. They got a couple 6'1" receivers. All right. Who's their running back? Tight ends. Like, well, what's his name is gone? Tyler Davis, 6'4". What they got? Running backs. They got AJ Dillon still, Tyler Goodson, Aaron Jones, and Lou Nichols, Patrick Taylor. So they still got Jones and Dillon. And then they got Love, presumably the starter. You got Danny Etling and Sean Clifford as the backup quarterbacks. I mean, not the best, but I mean, I guess it'll work when you look at it. Matter of fact, let's take a look at this squad. I need to do my homework on Philly to see see what's going on there. Let's see. Team. Need to know your receiving core as well. Wide receivers. Y'all took a step back, in my opinion, but
Who did?
You know who?
Who?
Quarterback. So Ian Book, Jalen Hurts, Marcus Mariota for quarterback. Oh, Tanner McKee as well. Backup. Running back. Y'all running back room. DeAndre Swift. Oh, y'all got Trey Sermon from us.
Yes, we did.
Boston Scott, Rashad Penny, Kenneth Gainwell, Kennedy Brooks. Okay, that's not a bad running back room.
Yeah, that ain't a bad what, bro?
That's not a bad running room.
That's a nice running back group.
Dang, and the oldest running back is Rashad Penny with 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. You got a running back by committee, baby.
Okay, tight ends: Dan Arnold, Dallas Goddard, Tyree Jackson, Dalton King, Garrett Calatera, and Jack Stowe. Wide receivers: Devon Allen, AJ Brown, Tyree Cleveland, Britton Covey, Jaden Hasselwood, Joseph Nada.
Jaden Hasselwood, he played with the Sooners. He just won a championship for the XFL.
Okay. Also, so they signed him.
Yeah. They signed him right. They signed him right after he won the championship. Because you do know Bob Stoops won.
Yes, I know.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if you knew.
Greg Ward, Quez Watkins, Alameda Zacchaeus, and Devontae Smith. Y'all not carrying 11 wide receivers into the.
Oh no, we're not. Oh no, without question, we're not doing that.
He said a bunch of butter knives in the backfield.
Okay, butter knives. All right.
Oh goodness.
All right, Kyle.
Young guys all over with a veteran running back. Bad recipe.
Okay, bunch of
aka he with us. So, what do you think of your wide receiving core?
We fine. We're fine. We're going to be, as long as we got. This is the thing. As long as we got Smith,
and
Brown and Goddard, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong.
So
and they're gonna put Hazelwood probably at the slot.
Looking at Kyle's beloved Cowboys, currently at quarterback, Will Grier.
That's what you can stop there. Did that? You can stop right there. Who's they backup? Who's the backup?
Will Grier and Cooper
Who?
Rush. Will Grier.
Who the hell is that?
From West Virginia.
Oh,
he said that man.
He ain't that man. Will Grier.
Will Grier.
Is he? That sounds like he should be. Sound like he should be on a sitcom.
So Will Grier, 5 years out of West Virginia. Cooper Rush, 6 years out of Central Michigan, and we know Dak out of Mississippi State. At running back, Malik Davis.
Who?
Malik Davis, 2 years, second year back out of Florida. Rico Dowd.
Who?
Rico Dowd. out of 4-year running back out of South Carolina.
He should.
Tony
He sound like
Potter.
he should be. Rico Dowd sound like he should be on coming to what is that? Not Coming to America. One of the
Tony Pollard, 5 years out of Memphis. We all know who he is. Deuce Vaughn, a rookie out of Kansas
State.
And Ronald Jones, a 6-year running back out of USC. That's not bad.
He got a bunch of wooden spoons for running backs. He got talking about our butter knife. He's got a bunch of wooden spoons. Get out of here, bro.
The big one on grandma's.
Yeah. That your mama used to have in the house. It used to be on the wall as decoration. That's what they got a bunch of decoration.
This is why I think they took a step back, unfortunately. Tight end, Sean McKean, 4-year out of Michigan. Peyton Hendershot, 2 years out of Indiana. Seth Green, 1 year from Houston. Jake Ferguson, Wisconsin, 2nd year out of Wisconsin. So Ferguson's probably going to be the man there. And then, of course, they picked up the rookie out of Michigan and Luke Shoemaker, who's probably going to be the two men there. Their running back room, wide receiver room, Jalen Brooks, Anthony Callaway, Brandon Cooks, Doctario Drummond, Simi Fako, Michael Gallup, Dennis Houston, C.D. Lamb, Jalen Colbert, and Kevontae Turpin.
Damn. All they got is Lamb and Turpin. They got rid of what's it called?
Who? Gallup is there.
Gallup.
Gallup is the. I was about to say Gallup is the veteran, but Brandon Cooks is a veteran.
And got Brandon Cooks.
They got Brandon Cooks. Yeah, they got Brandon Cooks too.
Gallup and okay.
Cooks, Gallup, and Lamb. Move Gallup over to the slot.
Move him over to the bench because he's gonna sit there anyway after he get hurt again. Gallup can't stay healthy. Brandon finna come in and be a cancer. He ain't gonna like some things. Dak ain't gonna get him the ball enough.
Looking at, I see business going after the Petty Award already. So seeing that our beloved Taylor,
not as scary as ours. Y'all defense is not looking as scary as ours.
Seeing that our beloved Taylor made interesting chat. What is up there in Carolina?
Nothing.
QB.
Nothing. A quarterback.
First year.
That's all they got.
So they got Matt Corral
out of Mississippi.
Mm-hmm. Andy Dalton out of TCU, 13-year veteran.
13 years.
Bryce Young, a presumable starting. Jacob Eason, 3rd-year quarterback out of Washington. At running back, they got a 5-man deep running back squad. Rakeem Blackshear, 2nd-year running back out of Virginia Tech. I remember him. Cameron Peoples, a rookie out of Appalachian State. Chuba Hubbard, not a bad 3-year running back out of Oklahoma State. Mm-hmm. Spencer Brown, 1st-year back out of UAB. And, of course, last but not least, the veteran of the group, Miles Sanders, 5-year running back out of Penn State. Not too bad. Wide receivers. Tight ends first. Hayden Hurst, South Carolina. Not bad. Not a bad pickup. Giovanni Ritchie. Steven Sullivan out of LSU. Ian Thomas, 6-year out of Indiana. Tommy Tremble, 3-year tight end out of Notre Dame. Said Connell Bishop on Carolina. And then they have a plethora of wide receivers going in. Demir Bird out of South Carolina. DJ Shark, LSU, 6-year veteran. Gary Jennings out of West Virginia. Terrence Marshall Jr. out of LSU. Rookie Jonathan Mingo from Mississippi. Not a bad pickup. CJ Saunders from Ohio State. LaVisca Chenault out of Colorado. Not bad if they can get a good slot.
Chenault, I know.
Yeah,
he's
from Colorado.
Yeah.
Shee Smith out of South Carolina, 3rd year. Marquez Stevenson, 3rd year out of Houston. Josh Van, rookie out of South Carolina. Sounds like a G League football. Preston Williams, 4th year receiver out of Colorado State, 6'5" guy. Derek Wright, 6'1" receiver out of Utah State, and of course the veteran out of Minnesota State, Adam Thielen, 10-year vet. Not bad, not bad. I haven't seen or heard anything. Let's see what Aaron Carr. I mean, not Aaron Carr. What's his name? Carr is going to be working with this coming year down in this area in the boot. Or we already know quarterback, presumable starting quarterback. We all expect to be Derek Carr, of course. But who's his backups? Well, we know one of his backups. Currently, they three players. So they got Derek Carr as a presumable starter. Jameis Winston, most likely the backup, and Jake Haener out of Fresno State as the rookie, 6'1" out of Fresno State. Running back room, Eno Benjamin, 4th-year running back out of Arizona State, not bad. Alvin Kamara, 7th-year out of Tennessee. Kendra Miller, rookie out of TCU, and so Roderick Thompson, another rookie out of Texas State. Jamal Williams, not a bad pickup, 7-year back out of BYU. So I think they have a good running back room. Tight ends, you have Miller Forsythe, first year 1 year removed from Alabama. Jawan Johnson, 4-year out of Oregon. Lucas Crow, 1 year out of Pitt. Foster Moreau, 5-year veteran out of LSU. And Taysom Hill, 7-year out of Brigham Young. X Factor. Wide receivers, Kawan Baker from South Alabama. Shaquan Davis out of South Carolina. Brian Edwards, another wide receiver out of South Carolina. Keith Kirkwood out of Temple. Kirk Merritt out of Arizona State. Chris Olave, of course, 2nd-year wide receiver out of Ohio State. A.T. Perry out of Forest. Traquan Smith out of Central Florida. Michael Thomas, of course, Ohio State. James Washington, Malik Flowers, and Rashid Shaheed. So they're looking pretty good for New Orleans when it comes to wide receivers. And last but not least, let me go over to, of course, my love, esteem team out in the Bay Area, that being the San Francisco 49ers. Before we move on, I just got to let it be known. Yes, Michael Thomas is still there. He should be coming back. I think he's going to come back. He's looking at coming back to show his prowess and show his what he can do under with Carr. So you can expect Chris Olave, Michael Thomas. That's definitely going to be starters. So in San Francisco, quarterback room, we already know what that would be. Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, fairly young, average 3 years. Average 3 years in the league. 6 years, Sam Darnold, being a veteran. Oh, Brandon Allen's the other one out of Arkansas. So actually, he's a veteran. So Brandon Allen, the tallest being Trey Lance at 6'4". Running backs, Ronald Watt, rookie out of El Paso. Tyrion Davis Price, of course, out of 2nd-year running back out of LSU. Out of Louisiana State. Koan Laban out of Marshall. Jonathan Mason out of Georgia Tech. Christian McCaffrey out of Stanford. Of course, Elijah Mitchell, which is our 1-2 punch. McCaffrey and Mitchell. Running back by committee. Then tight ends, Ross Dwelly, Troy Falamagi, George Kittle, Cameron Latu, Brandon Willis, and Charlie Werner, which probably only 3 of them going to make it. That's a lot of names in that QB group for the team that be sold on one. No, wait. So when you look at that, Coach Cal, I think we're good for the most part. You have to take in consideration. One, they're probably going to put Weston is going to go to the practice squad because we needed something like that this year. So he's probably going to be held at the practice squad unless we can bring in another quarterback in that way. After that, you got Brock Purdy that's coming back off the injury. So he's going to be on ice for a second as he makes his way back Trey Lance is basically coming back off his injury, but should be ready to be in training camp. And then, of course, Sam Darnold is going to be there. I think he's the safety valve, or he's basically the insurance policy if Trey and Brock can't go, to be a stopgap. But if he's cooking it up, then I think they continue to let him go until they determine that he's not going to be effective anymore. Wide receiver room, Brandon Ayuk, his fourth year out of Arizona State. Ronnie Bell, a rookie out of Michigan. Chris Conley, 9-year receiver out of Georgia. He's into the fray. Danny Gray, second year, he was all right. Jawan Jennings, who I hope to have a big year coming up this year, out of third year running back, wide receiver out of Tennessee. Tay Martin, 1 year removed from Oklahoma. Ray McLeod, the second, our return specialist, may finally get an opportunity, or he might just stay the return specialist. Daz Newsome. Of course, we know Debo Samuels, fifth-year All-Pro out of South Carolina, still in the fray. Two receivers in Isaiah Winstead and Shea Wyatt out of Tulane, and Winstead out of East Carolina. 6'4", 213 pounds. If you've seen his tape, go check him out on YouTube. And then of course 8-year veteran Willie Snead the fourth is in the building. So it's I like our chances. Sam Darnold and Andy Dalton did their due diligence. We're good. I think Sam Darnold is going to finally get his opportunity, man. When you look at how it's all broken down, I finally think Sam Darnold is going to be able to enact something. He might, honestly, might get an opportunity in San Francisco to showcase. He just needs to right the ship. He just needs to go actually play in the mindset of what Jimmy Garoppolo played. That's all we need. Play like Jimmy. Basically be someone that's going to be able to hold the fort down, be conservative, go down the field hits real quick. You have a weapon in Christian McCaffrey, who we just played with, so that's another plus. He played with Christian McCaffrey, so that's going to be a added benefit, knowing that he played with Christian McCaffrey before. He's got wide receivers around him. While you playing, Sam Darnold might push Trey Lance and Brock, as you know, saying given the opportunity. If Brock is lackluster or doesn't look like he's going to be effective in the spring, and Brock is still coming back off that injury, if Sam Darnold is doing his thing, you might have Sam that might get the helm, and the other two might have to sit and continue to wait, which is going to be detrimental at some point. I would think that they would have to move on from Trey Lance, being that no one else has seen them, and someone else might feel like they could be effective, and go from there. So definitely some things to look forward to. So, of course, we're getting close to the time today. I greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us today. Conversation we had this morning in reference to LA. Definitely something to look forward to going forth to Friday. Like I said, I think we're good. Still talking that Lakers in 6. But tonight, who's up on deck? The Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics ready to do battle in Boston for Game 1. Much more coming, of course. Continue to look out. Like I said before, it's been posted on when you talk about military basketball. You got military softball that's coming up. Coach says Boston wins tonight. I won't argue that. I don't think I really have any dog in the fight. But if I was to say, I'm hoping Miami makes it back. But I won't argue this currently on Boston and Miami tonight. Like I said, military, as when it comes to military aspect, as we push and always prop and say, we want to push that. Band-Aid is coming up. If you don't know what Band-Aid is, for all the long ball, when it comes to softball, a huge tournament in Colorado is getting ready to go down in a couple of weeks. And we got the Military Basketball Association Memorial Day is going down. They're going to crown a champion for the 2023 year. So be sure to go to the military MBA's website to check out the pooling so you can see who is facing who during that tournament weekend. All going down, a lot going down in Wichita in a week a week or so. Check out all some of the military basketball as well as the National Military Basketball Tournaments page to see the graphic put up in reference to the men's and women's AAU Battle of the Crest that's going down in Orlando July 7th. So be sure to tap into that, see that. If you're looking to get a team in there, that's where the information starts. $325, I think it is, to get a team. Of course, you can tap in with Coach Walcott, Timo or T Morris, Golden State receiver, as well as Coach Mike Richardson from the National Military Basketball Tournament Committee. So all in all, greatly appreciate rocking with y'all today. It was Hump Day. We got over it. Be tapped in tomorrow. Thursday, we talk about the game from tonight. Might be a little more conversation about a couple of other things. Maybe go over a couple of more teams in the NFL as we get ready. Like I said, be sure to tap in. We coming back, First Formation Fantasy Football League coming back again. So be sure to hit us up. Let us know if you're trying to get down a whole different turn of things. In that case, we greatly appreciate y'all. It's your boy Trey, my man Bishop. We out. Peace.